Coming across my desk today is the Impact Earbuds from Raycon, and yes, this is a different kind of video for me. It's not something you usually see here, but I did say a while back I was going to be covering different things. I've got many interests in and out of the grooming world, and I really just think now is a good time to begin exploring them. I want to mention, too, that when I was first contacted by Raycon, I did some research, just like I do with every brand that reaches out to me, and I really found that everybody and their mother was making videos on their everyday earbuds. I saw a ton of very mixed reviews on those, and I bring that up because that is not what we're talking about today. I did get those, I did test those, and personally, they were just not for me. They then offered me the chance, though, to check out the Impact Earbuds, the ones that are a couple steps up from those, and those were a completely different story for me. So that's kind of how we got here today. That's kind of how we ended up here. I definitely think these are worth talking about, so let me give you a closer look and some specs. These are the Impact Earbuds from Raycon, and according to the brand, these feature several attributes that were specifically chosen to not only make them great for their intended purpose, which obviously is to provide you with a great audio experience, but they also allow you to implement these more into your life and enjoy that great audio in more scenarios. And the first feature I want to share and highlight with you guys here is the impact resistance, which they say comes from certified impact resistant materials that allow the earbuds to keep up with even the most active of lifestyles. Next, we do have active noise canceling, which also features what they call awareness mode, which is an option that you can turn on and off, so you can control when you have that outside noise coming in and being completely cut off. Next, let's talk about battery life. This one's got a pretty large capacity battery. They offer 90 hours of battery life in this, which is a huge boost over the everyday earbuds, which offer only 32 hours of battery life. They also include this nice charging case with the earbuds too, which keeps them not only safe, but always charged up. Now though, let's take a look at the earbuds themselves. And really, I'd like you to focus first on the way they've designed these contact points. They sit in your ear, like normal earbuds, but they also fit right on your ear with these points here, which I think was a really nice touch. And it makes them ultimately extremely comfortable to wear and wear for long periods of time. I really like wearing earbuds when I'm doing things like mowing the grass or just going on a walk, working on projects outside. I like to be able to wear my earbuds for a long period of time, and I can tell you, these work really well for that. I tested them out in a couple of different scenarios. They didn't fall out every other second. They weren't constantly falling out of my ears. They didn't make my ears hurt or cause any type of that weird earbud soreness that happens after a few minutes with some earbuds anyway. And so putting it through everyday use for me worked out just fine. I didn't really have any red flags in that regard. I can also report to you that connecting it to your phone or whatever you're going to connect it to, laptop, iPad, whatever, tablet, whatever you're going to connect it to, I can tell you that it's very easy to connect these earbuds to your device. You really just after you just pop them in, there's a voice that comes on, it tells you they're connecting, and then it just pops right up on the device. You just hit it, you're good to go. And then every other time after that, you can just pop these in and it just connects itself. It's actually just as easy as my AirPods here. I can just take them out of the case, pop them in, they connect right away to my phone. It's the same thing as what I got going on here. And unlike some other ones that I've tested out, the Impact earbuds didn't just drop the connection after a couple of seconds. So everything was all good in that area, in my opinion, as well. But what about the most important thing? What about sound quality? That's probably what you guys want to hear about, right? And when I talk about that, I want to mention first off that I am comparing these to my AirPod Pros. I have not really tried a ton of different earbuds. I've really just had these and maybe one or two other cheaper models. And, really I'm far from a sound quality expert. I'm not educated in that regard. I also know there's a lot of differing opinions on the topic of sound quality, with a lot of people saying, the sound quality on AirPods are trash. Or, some people, I've seen people say they're halfway decent as well. So, it's really one or the other, it seems like, as far as opinions go. All I can do is offer my opinion and my experience with these Impact earbuds. And what I did was I listened to a few different things to test them out. I listened to some music, I listened to podcasts, and then I listened to some movies, dialogue and things like that, movie sounds and whatnot on Netflix, just to get an idea of how they sounded in different scenarios. And the sound was nice and clear. It wasn't muddled or anything like that. The bass was a little bit light. I do think the bass was a little light based on what I'm used to with my AirPods. Once again, again. I do also think that the sound was just a tiny less dynamic as well in coming through on all fronts versus, again, the AirPods. But they also cost less too. They also cost less than the AirPods, so there is something to be said for that. I mean, the fact that you can get decent sound, solid noise canceling, easy connectivity, and great impact resistance, I mean, all of that might make this a good contender for somebody who can't or frankly doesn't want to pay the price for others on the market there. Now, these specific earbuds sell on the Raycon site for $149.99, but I do have a discount code. It's linked in the description down below, and that discount does bring it down a fair amount. I mean, I think it's a decent size discount, so that might make it even more appealing to you. If it does, you can find a link to these in the same spot there in the description. You can just check them out for yourself. I mean, that's really how I do things here. If they sound interesting, go check them out. If not, that's okay too. That's all I got for you today, though. I want to thank Raycon for sending these over to offer my opinion on, give them a full test, and then, just present my honest thoughts to you guys here in this video. I really want to thank them for allowing me to do that. I also want to thank you guys for stopping by and checking these out with me. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.